All right, well, welcome back to the channel, the newest episode of Kickstand Sessions. Today, we're in a special location. We actually traveled to, what was the name of this town again?
Sedalia, Missouri.
Sedalia.
Mm-hmm.
Sedalia, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
This is the home of Larry Yeager Cycles.
Yep.
Yeager Cycles.
Yeager Cycles.
And so our first ever, me and Ben traveling to go do a mobile podcast. And Larry, you're the lucky guy.
Yeah, it makes me feel really special.
You get to be the one to I guess try it out, see how it works. But no, we actually tonight want to talk a little bit about the GetOn Adventure Fest, which all of us went to. We actually just got home, right?
I went to most of it.
Yeah. Well, since you mentioned it, Ben, we probably should start the conversation with that, right? We're sitting here in Ben's arm in a splint. And for those of you who've watched the podcast before, Ben is a daredevil anyway. You want to tell us a little bit about what happened?
Tyler Valantic and I took head-to-head racing a little too seriously.
Yeah. That's an understatement. So all three of us were together.
We were.
Larry was there too.
Yep.
When we unfortunately ended our trip, Ben and I ended our trip. And if you remember the last time we were sitting here talking, or Ben and I were on a podcast together, I was the one who was hurt. I had a dislocated shoulder.
Yes.
And now Ben, so we have a habit of finding ourselves in situations where we're wounded. I'm wondering, Larry, have you ever found yourself in that situation?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I listened to you whine out there about your separated shoulder quite a little bit. But then I'd see you, jump in your Pan America. So I'm like, well, it must not be too terrible bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. You know what's funny though is like when we met Larry, you'd already met him, right? Mm-hmm. But I had never met Larry when we came to GetOn, and immediately I was like, this is my kind of people. Like he rides a Pan America. He loves to go off-road. He's got a great sense of humor. He's witty. He's not afraid to snap back at you. And I was like, we got to do a podcast with Larry.
I think I told you on our way out there, like, who'd be a good one for the podcast is Larry.
In fact, you said that. I hadn't even met you yet. And I was like, I don't know about this Yeager guy.
Yeah. Some hick from Missouri.
I don't know about this guy. But man, it was like when we ran into you, it was instantly, I'm like, man, this is my kind of people.
That's the cool thing about motorcycling, and is that right there.
Yeah.
Is it really brings a lot of good people together.
It does.
Specifically the Harley community.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we talked about that at the rally a little bit.
Yeah, I've said that. I totaled one out and had the opportunity to buy something different. And what kept me on a Pan America was the camaraderie and the community of a Pan America. That's what did it.
Yep. Which actually, talking about our first mobile podcast and being at Yeager Cycles, this is kind of a special Harley dealer because they have multiple brands under one roof, which is rare.
Yeah, it is. It is. You don't see a lot of multi-line Harley-Davidson dealers, but it's been really good for us. I mean, it's being able to have a variety of product. When it seems like when one product slows a bit, then the other one picks up.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of how it's done. And we've done it for a long lot of years, 70 years.
Yeager Cycles been in business 70 years.
70 years.
This is your anniversary year too, isn't it?
It is, yeah. 1956 is when we got Harley-Davidson.
Man, you don't look that old.
I know that's right. I was aged.
I feel like we said that to John Benz too. We were just like, man, you're not 70 though.
Not quite.
John's 70, bro. He was out there getting it on that, out there on that dual sport route. 70 years old, man.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
That was pretty amazing. I was impressed with John.
One thing I've learned is when you stop, then you don't do it no more. So don't stop.
Yep. Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
That's a good call. So, GetOn Adventure Fest takes place in Sturgis, South Dakota. I'm not great at math, but I know that's a long way from here because it's a long way from my house. And so why did you end up going out there? Like, what was it about the Adventure Fest?
Well, last year I wanted to participate in the Moto Challenge, which was a three event competition, basically. March Moto Madness, GetOn ADV Fest, and Wayne and Wayne's.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You had to go to all three of the events.
You had to go to all three. Well, I mean, I elected to go to all three of them.
Sure.
Because I want to participate in all of them. And it was good fun. And the riding out there was so phenomenal. I've rode a lot of places, but I tell you what, the riding out there is just different.
In South Dakota?
It's in South Dakota. It's just different.
I agree.
Yep.
I felt like it was different than anything I've ridden before. And I've been all over the country. It felt different. I mean, we went out there for different reasons. I did specifically, right? So we went out because I was doing some filming for Ride BDR for the veterans group, and you rode with us that day that we went out and we filmed. That's some putting together a little film for the Keep It 100 Film Festival for BDR, and we wanted to go to the flag folding ceremony at Mount Rushmore,
Yes.
and then obviously we wanted to experience GetOn. Ben and I have been really heavily involved with the Hog Rock Adventure Rally back in Southern Illinois, and for me, I feel like it's good to go to other rallies to kind of see what other people are doing and learn. And obviously, GetOn's doing something right, because it's a pretty popular adventure fest. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. But the riding you're right, was incredible. For what little bit we got to do because of Ben.
Yes. Yeah, it got shortened. No doubt.
I didn't get to compete in the Moto Challenge or the.
I was really looking forward to that Moto Challenge too. I'd done that at the Wayland
Yes.
last
Wayland?
year.
Yes.
Is it Wayland
or
Wyland?
Wyland?
I don't know. Is it Wayland or
It's
Wyland?
Wayland.
Wayland. I had done it at Wayne last year, and that was a whole lot of fun. I was looking forward to doing it again. But
Was this just your second time?
this is my second time at GetOn.
Breaking your arm?
Both of you guys.
No, actually, this is the first time. This is the first bone I've ever broken.
Oh.
I've done a lot of dislocations and ligament tears, and first bone I've ever broken.
A broken bone's a special thing.
I'm really glad I could be there for your first.
Yeah.
We've shared some firsts together.
And the crowd's gonna go run wild with that one.
Yeah, I know. Larry, was it your second time to get on?
It was.
Ben's second time?
Yep.
My first time.
Yep.
What do you think makes GetOn different from the regular Sturgis bike rally, other than the off-road riding? Like, me and Ben actually talked about this when we were out there. He had his birthday too, if you knew, while we were out there.
right.
So
It was the day before.
before he broke
60,
his arm.
Or what was it? I forget.
60, yeah.
You've aged really well.
Yeah. It's
but
the Nerds gummies.
Yeah, speaking of Nerds Gummies, Larry is repping the Nerds Gummies, which is our unofficial, I say unofficial sponsor of the podcast because they haven't officially sponsored us yet, but we're waiting on that call.
Yeah.
So, but we went out for dinner for your birthday, me, you, and Heather, we celebrated, and we talked a little bit about coming. It would be kind of cool to come to Sturgis Bike Week, like the road bike week. What do you think is different about those?
Have you been to the real rally?
I have.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, 'cause I've never been.
I've been several times. It's like, the riding on the road is great as well, but I do enjoy going to the rally. I'm not as scared of crowds. Some people don't like a big crowd. It don't bother me.
Yeah.
But the place is so large and so big, and there's such a big area for all the people. It doesn't ever feel crowded to me.
Really? Like the town of Sturgis?
The town, but it's not just Sturgis. It's Sturgis, it's Rapid City, it's Hill City, it's Keystone.
Mm-hmm.
There is something going on in all Custer. There's something going on in all the surrounding towns. So it really spreads everybody out. I've never waited at a restaurant for a long time. I've never waited at a gas station for a long time. And it's just cool. And I think it's neat being part of something that's been going on for 86 years.
Yeah, that's kind of what we talked about. Like, it would be neat. I've never
It's like a
experienced
pilgrimage.
it. Yeah.
No doubt. There are people that goes every year and have for a long time.
Yeah.
The vendors are another thing. If they make anything motorcycle related product wise,
They're there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to go there. And then I'm a people watcher. I just like to watch people.
Oh man,
And you're
sure
gonna
there's some
see-
amazing people. watching.
I'm telling you, you will see every kind of person and every kind of motorcycle.
Yeah.
And it's fun just to watch all that. Do I like a lot of days of it? No, maybe not. But 2 or 3 days of it, it's really good. But there's something also about, it's from my home to there. It's exactly 11 hours of aggressive riding. Exactly. From here. Okay. So it just feels good to sit on a motorcycle, which I hauled to GetOn, but normal Sturgis will ride out, and either the one out or the one back. We try to ride straight through, and there's just something about sitting on a motorcycle all day at 80 mile an hour and just cruising down the road, and you really gather your thoughts, and it's good fun. It really is. It's something I've always said, anybody that's a motorcycle enthusiast needs to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm sold.
Maybe we shoot for it next year.
I think maybe we do. Maybe we don't go to GetOn next year. Maybe we go to Bike Week.
Give me a reason to break that dyno out.
Yeah, we could do. Yeah,
maybe we could go to GetOn and then just hang out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only like 3 weeks.
Only. I don't get that kind of time off.
If you're watching this.
Well, you did.
Well, yeah, forced. I guess that's true. I guess I do get that kind of time off.
This is going to break the myth. Famous YouTubers get as much time off as they want, but I can't take three weeks off like that regularly. But I do want to go and experience it. I thought, it'd be cool to go to the Bike Week with my adventure bike and go ride the off-road stuff that you'd ride at GetOn, but be there for Bike Week to see the experience of all the other bikes. Anyway, I don't know. I enjoyed South Dakota, other than the fact that it was as hot as the devil's anus.
Oh my God.
The entire time,
very
dude.
Hot.
Ben and I got there. Well, you were there early too, weren't you? We got there on Sunday.
He
I
was
got there Monday.
Yeah, and we stayed out in the grasslands, which is basically the Badlands.
Yeah.
We stayed out there, and there was just no relief. There's no running water. There's no shade. If you've ever been to South Dakota, like trees are scarce.
Yeah.
They don't make those out there.
Yeah.
There's no water for them to grow, right?
Yeah.
You can't. There's just no trees. Like, I think I found the only 2 trees in the Badlands to hang my hammock on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just. I mean, the riding was incredible. Don't get me wrong.
That place was so cool.
That place was, and I'll throw up some riding footage here so you guys can see it. But like, the riding was incredible. But it was just relentless. Like, you would ride all day. You come back to camp after 3 or 4 hours of just tearing it up, hill climbs, and then you come back and you're like, there's no relief. Let's go ride again. We need to get the wind moving,
Yeah.
So you end up riding for 12, 13 hours.
Yeah.
Getting on top of those peaks though was awesome because it was like 30 mile an hour winds.
Yeah, the
up
wind
there.
was relentless too.
Yeah.
Somewhat cool off.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm from Southern Illinois, probably similar weather here.
Yes.
When it is 100 degrees here, it feels awful because the humidity.
Exactly.
But out there in South Dakota, there wasn't any.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I look at my weather app. I didn't even know that 20% humidity was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it could go that low.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking to those locals out there, and I remember him saying that like last week, man, it was like 80 degrees outside, but there was like 60% humidity. Like we were dying.
It's literally every day.
It's 90 degrees and 80% at home.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I enjoyed the experience, but man, the heat was brutal.
It was
for
hot.
this trip.
But it's what you said. If you stayed moving, there was enough breeze. It was very manageable, I felt like.
Yeah. I think maybe next time might look at a cabin if we go back out there, or an RV.
Or just
pull
the
the camper. Because man, air conditioning would have been clutch.
Yeah.
This week or last week when we were there.
But you were tent camping, weren't you?
I did. And it was the first 3 nights, it was hot till midnight.
Yep.
After midnight, it wasn't too bad, but boy, it was hot up to midnight. But I enjoyed that. I really do. I like the whole experience. Camp tent, staying in a tent, and I just like that whole experience.
You have one of those new fancy Harley tents?
No.
Try it out.
No, I got a big Agnes.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Well, my ground tent's a big Agnes. Copper spur?
I don't remember what it is. It's green.
Not a copper spur.
No,
But I bet if it's big Agnes, it's good.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've heard those new Harley tents, pretty high quality.
I think they are.
Yeah.
I think they are. Feel of them and touch them, but they feel like they're a good tent. And they're priced like they are. So hopefully so.
Well, Harley's everything's priced
Yeah.
like they're high quality.
Yeah.
I said that about my Pan America when I first bought it too. I was just joking. I love the Pan America. Would you ride one? All 3 of us have a Pan America in
we
the
are
garage.
Harley people.
Yes.
We are.
Yes.
And I love the Pan America. I just put out a review video on it, and I give it lots of love.
Yes.
The only area I did not
Reliability.
was in reliability.
Yeah.
It's not the most reliable machine on the road, but man, is it fun.
Yeah.
I think the newer ones, they've got them just about sorted out, though.
I definitely think they've got some bugs worked out of them. And you're right. There's been some issues. I guess I have an advantage because I'm at a dealership and, I kind of hear about the stuff firsthand and know how to fix it.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit of an advantage there. Whereas a guy that lives, 150 miles from his closest dealer and doesn't have the ability to work on the stuff, it's a little bit different. But every time I ride that motorcycle hard on the trails, when I'm done, I'm like, this is an incredible motorcycle.
Yeah, that's exactly. Exactly what my review go to say. I mean, I go to that bike because it is fun.
Yes.
The motorcycle is fun to ride.
Yeah.
The Pan America is just a fun bike.
Yeah.
And even on the hard stuff, like it just
works.
It does. It does what you need it to do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people overlook it just because of that bar and shield. But if they'd give it a chance and actually go ride it, it is amazing on the road, is amazing off road.
Yep.
I mean, just all around, it's good.
I'm talking about off-road riding, but dude, on-road, I haven't found a better bike.
Yeah.
On the road with the right tires, that motorcycle beats any touring bike I've ever ridden.
It eats the GS lunch for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, even like the traditional baggers, I've owned
100%.
I've owned several of them, and I sold them because the Pan America is just a superior suspension, the feel, the comfort on it, the ergonomics of it when you ride long. I did an iron butt challenge on it with my dad a couple years.
Yep.
Actually, it was funny. We rode to Sturgis. That's where we did our iron butt
really?
too. So we rode from Southern Illinois to Sturgis, which is just right over 1,000 miles for me. And we did that for the iron butt. And I took the Pan America. And when I got back from that trip, I sold my street bikes.
Yeah.
Like I don't need them anymore.
Yeah. It's ergonomics. It's handlebar location. It's foot peg location.
Yeah.
All of that is right in the right spot.
Yeah, it is. It is. So why don't we do this? Let's talk a little bit about the actual riding. And the first thing that we did, which was on, if you correct me if I'm wrong, Thursday, was we went and we rode section 1 and 2, 1 and part of 2 of the BDRX, right? The Black Hills BDRX.
To Nemo.
Yeah, Spearfish to Nemo, basically. And we actually went all the way. We were going to go all the way down to what's that?
Wind Cave,
and that's Hill City.
Yep.
Hill City. We didn't make it all the way. We made it through Custard, and then we turned around and came back. But that was the purpose of Thursday, was to go ride the BDRX, film a little bit for the veterans group, which shout out to the veterans. If you guys watch this, I'm going to throw up some clips here so you guys can see some of the work I did for you. Take a look. I've got a lot of good friends with the BDR veterans groups, and we ride all over the country together. So I was really, really honored that they asked me in BDR. They asked me to come and make a little promo video for the veterans riding group. But just for those of you who don't know, the BDR veterans group is a section of Ride BDR that is dedicated to connecting veterans on adventure, off-road riding. And just to give a little plug to them on the podcast. So I've been working with them for about a year or so, and it's been a really good relationship. You guys got to ride with us.
Yes.
Of course, Ben is a veteran.
Yes.
I don't know. Are you a veteran as well?
Not.
No, neither. I'm not a veteran, but evidently they still let me hang out with them and film.
I was honored to get to ride with them.
We just accept you guys as one of our own.
We're accepted, Larry.
I have the tool packs. Well, I got
I think exactly why you got. So when we went and rode, I know like all three of us, I may be presumptuous, and that's a big word, but I may be getting ahead of myself when I say this, but I feel like the three of us prefer off-road riding
100%
to on-road riding. So I make a lot of videos for beginner riders, and I want to encourage beginner riders to get into adventure riding. But on a personal level, I prefer to spend most of my time off-road. And the BDRs are a mixture, right? They say they're 50-50, but about 35% of their off-road is just gravel roads. And I don't technically consider the gravel roads the kind of off-road stuff I'm looking for. I'm looking for trails and stuff. So when we take off on the BDR stuff, generally if I'm doing a BDRX or a BDR ride, the goal for me is more connecting with people. It's not as much about the riding experience. It's more about like building relationships, camping, those kind of things, and experiencing different historical locations or cool landmarks. But I'm not necessarily getting on a BDRX to get the thrill of the off-road riding. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Agreed.
But we spent the whole day, and we were primarily on pavement. We had a cool little section in Nemo and went to the flagpole.
Which that actually isn't part of the BDR route. I thought it was when we were doing it.
I know.
It's not.
It goes down through there, but it does not go over to the flag.
Yeah, I realized that once we made it back to camp. It's like, oh, that's actually not part of the...
Yeah.
It should be.
I was wondering, because Larry, you've never really met a stranger. We joke around adventure riders are recluses, but man, anybody that meets you, you instantly get along with them. And so I was wondering, like, when we were riding that day, did you meet anybody on the ride that you hadn't known before that you stood out to that maybe just
well, I knew Giovanni.
Yeah.
I've known Giovanni. We rode a BDR last fall. I had talked to Gunny on the phone a couple times, but I'd never met him.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, the other guys, I'd never rode with any of the other guys. I did get to ride with them some. I did get to visit with them some. And that's, like I mentioned before, that's the cool thing about it, is how it brings everybody together. And you gain new friends. And, Ben and I was talking earlier about, it's funny how when you go to a rally and you come home, you instantly have 4, 5, 6, 7 Facebook friend requests.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Almost immediately, and it really enables you to connect with those people, continue to connect with them people. And I really enjoy that part about it. I mean, honestly, that's why I go to a rally is that. I mean, otherwise I could go riding and it wouldn't cost me near as much money.
There's no joke.
It wouldn't cost me near as much money.
You don't get to meet all the people.
Right. Yeah. You don't get to meet all the people. And I've really got some good friends around the country that I've got to ride with some. And you spend a week with somebody and you really kind of figure out, what kind of person they are.
Sure.
And you really learn people that you want to spend more time with, because you really enjoy connecting with them.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I've met people at rallies that I didn't want to call after the rally.
That
you know
happen.
what I mean? I've met people that I did not send them a friend request after the don't you dare.
Yeah.
Ben,
I'm not going to say it.
don't do it. Don't you do it.
I know who you're talking about, though.
But then there's the other side, like Larry mentioned, man, you can meet people and spend a few days riding with them, and then instantly it's like, hey, I know I'm going to go ride with that dude again.
Yes.
Like that was fun.
Absolutely.
We're going to connect again, which is why, when you mentioned, you text me like, hey, I think I might be interested in doing a little video. I was like, I'll drive to you.
Yeah.
I'd love to hang out again.
Yeah.
We had a good time out there hanging out in South Dakota.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also collect Harley poker chips, and I've never been to this dealership.
Hey,
so.
Yeah, that's a plus too. That's a plus too.
It's got the Missouri State Fair on it.
I seen that. You mentioned that when you were talking about the town that it had the Missouri State Fair. I was wondering why your poker chips said Missouri State Fair on it.
That's our 396 proud acres that we have here in town.
Okay. Yeah. And then the Tigers. What's up with Tigers? Or Tigers have all these towns?
That's our high school mascot.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I asked him that earlier because my wife Kelly was wondering like, what's up with all the Tigers in the car?
Yeah. There's Tigerland Motors.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So we rode sections 1 and 2 of the Black Hills. Let's talk just a minute about that riding. What were your impressions? Had you ever ridden the BDRX before?
I have rode part of Arkansas. I've rode the Southeast BDR.
Mm-hmm.
I've rode part of Arizona, about half of Arizona BDR and half of the Southern California BDR.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I've got a little bit of BDR experience.
Cool. So you went to the Ozarks?
I did.
We
didn't have a great trip. There was 4 of us that went. It was in June, actually, just some before the GetOn ADV Fest. And it rained every day and it rained every night and we were camping. And I mean, you get wet during the day and there's nowhere to dry out at night.
Yeah.
When it rains all night.
That's miserable.
I mean, it was not fun. The first day, one of our guys, there was 4 of us total. First day, one guy broke his foot within the first hour.
Good grief, dude.
The second day, within the first hour, a guy broke his shock linkage on his XR. So he was down.
Yeah.
My phone got destroyed in the rain and I was navigating. And my phone was the navigation, so I couldn't navigate no more.
What a train wreck.
Oh, it was bad. And then the morning of the third day, a guy got on his Tenere and just literally ripped the foot peg off of it.
Yeah.
Sheared it off at the frame.
And people say the Pan Americas aren't reliable.
Well,
now, dude.
You're exactly correct. So we were like, okay. I went to OARC and had a piece of peanut butter pie.
Now that'll redeem everything.
And I went home.
That will redeem everything.
It was just what I needed, and I went home after that.
The OARC Cafe.
You had me at peanut butter.
Yeah, dude. The OARC Cafe is where it's at. So, did you see any of my Ozark videos?
I did.
That I made?
Several of them.
Shameless plug. I'll put a link right here to my playlist, so you can check that out if you want to know more about the Ozarks BDRX. I have a 5 video series on that BDRX, which I would appreciate you to watch it. Right?
I watched them before I went, actually.
Did you?
Because you had educational information.
Yeah. Thank you, Larry.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. But, yeah, it was good. It was good.
So the Black Hills BDRX, it was the first time I had been on that one. Of course, we only rode mostly pavement sections, but
We hit all the iconic places of South Dakota, though.
And there were some of them there. Like, I'm not a huge fan of pavement, but man, there's some really amazing things to see on that BDRX on the pavement, like Needles Highway.
I love Needles Highway.
Super neat.
It is really cool.
And what was the other? Iron Mountain. Is that what is that?
Iron Mountain
Iron Mountain Road.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mount
was really
Rushmore.
cool. Yeah,
It's all
Mount
there.
Rushmore's on there. We didn't get down to Wind Cave, which I kind of wanted to see that, but next time we
It's
get
like
out
the
there.
third time I've been to that area and haven't made it to Wind Cave or Jewel Cave.
I don't think I've ever been to Wind Cave.
Yeah.
And I've been there multiple times. I'd never heard of it until actually the BDR was talking
I
about
love
it.
caves.
I do too, man. There's some caves back home, some sand caves and stuff.
There's one I need to take you to over by Ava.
Okay.
It's still a wild cave. There's no. It's like a
Ava,
squeak.
Missouri?
No, Ava, Illinois.
Oh.
So it's about 20 minutes or so from where I live.
Oh.
But this was still a wild cave. Like you squeeze through a little hole to get in it, and
Nice.
then it opens up. There's obviously no lights or anything. We were out there not too long ago, and I took Gage, our oldest kid, on there, and my flashlight died, and his flashlight died, and then my phone was on like 7%, and I was a little nervous.
It's time to get out of here.
Well, that was the problem, is I
Yeah.
had gotten turned around.
Oh, boy.
We made it out, but
And those wild caves, some people can squeeze easier than others.
yeah.
Tight.
Gage is a squeezer, huh? Not me.
Yeah, I do. I love caves, man. Every time we go on a vacation or somewhere, I'm suckered into those.
The tourist trap
I'm
caves.
suckered into those tourist cave.
Fantastic caverns.
Oh,
with the
yes,
Jeeps.
dude. It's
Yeah.
every time. And, I still love them. I
Yeah.
pay the money and take it, but I still love them. I love the caves.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, you said, Larry, you'd never been on the BDRX before. It was your first time?
Out in South Dakota.
Mhm.
That is correct. Now, I rode it with you guys. What day was
Thursday.
that? Was it Thursday?
Mhm.
Tuesday, I rode all of Section 1 and all of Section 2 by myself.
Yeah, I remember that. And then he
Yeah.
came back and rode.
We were supposed to link up with him on Tuesday when we had that
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
like, oh, where are we staying? And everything was confused. We just stayed at the grasslands. We were
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. No, it was good. And it was actually really fun just to jump on it and go.
Yeah.
And ride by yourself. You can stop when you want, start when you want, go as fast you want. It was good. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. But I rode all of 1 and all of 2, but I wanted to get 3 done while I was out there, and I just never did get to it. Ran out of time.
Yeah.
I think it was somebody got hurt.
Yeah, so that's a great
I
segue.
believe.
That's a great segue. So we rolled into Sturgis on Wednesday.
Sunday.
No,
Oh, Sturgis. Yeah.
Sturgis on Wednesday,
Wednesday. Yeah.
right? Was it Wednesday?
Yeah. And then Thursday
I think
we
it
rode.
was Wednesday.
We stayed the night in the grasslands on Tuesday. We got up Wednesday morning, rode the grasslands again because we had stragglers trickling in of our group, and we took them out for a morning ride, and then we got to Sturgis on Wednesday afternoon or something like that. We set up camp,
And then went to the swimming hole.
and then we went to that swimming hole. That was all right with when it was 110 degrees. That water was cold. Did you ever get in that? Did you get in that water at all?
I did not.
It was cold.
Dude, it was
I did
freezing.
not.
I don't know how they got it that cold. Someone said they drain it and refill it like with, well water or whatever they have out there. But They would have had to fill
He
it
did
just
say that,
just a
actually.
few days before, because that water was ice cold, man. I know Heather didn't like it when you bombed her. You jumped in there.
Were you there for that?
I was not.
I cannonballed
I
right on
was
top
not.
of her.
Yeah, I got a video of that too. I'll
Good.
show it in here. You jumping in and get the old can opener.
Yeah, it's just soaked her.
Soaked her right in the water. She's sitting there relaxing on a floaty like a dolphin or something, and
She didn't realize I was coming until I was like right on top of her.
Imagine, dude. She was just sitting there enjoying herself, and then cold ice water all over. But that was something special, though. That was much needed, that watering hole. But we got there, and then the plan was to go film on Thursday with the BDR veterans, and then Friday was supposed to be our special day.
Yeah,
Right.
we were gonna go rip with Rusty Butcher. and
No,
the
we
Hooligan.
weren't.
No.
We were not. We were going to go do
that's right.
single track.
We were gonna
Like
go
that's what we had
That's
talked
right.
about. We've talked about that
That's
for a
right.
month. Like
Yep.
me and Ben, we can't wait to go find. We brought our 2-strokes, and we want to go find the real single track, like goat trails in the mountains. We want to find the real stuff. And we've met a guy that gave us some
Yep, gave us some
tips,
spots.
like Craig, right?
Yep,
From
Moo.
Wisconsin, from the Moo Adventure guys. Shout out to Craig if you see this. Thank you. It was great to meet you and your crew as well.
I've got your pins. We'll use them next time.
Next time we're in South Dakota, Craig, we'll send you some pictures. But that was supposed to be our deal. Like Friday was supposed to be,
There's just 3 of us that were going.
me, you, and Justin.
Yep.
We were going to go ride the single track, and then what happened was Thursday night, some dude showed up on a Sportster and tatted all over his neck, and he was just jumping that thing and building the course, and Ben couldn't help himself. He was like a fanboy. He's like, man, I got to go talk,
Whatever.
And so, but is Mark, right? The Rusty
Mark
Butcher.
Atkins.
Mark, he showed up with his racing crew there. They built this enduro track right behind our trailer where we were camped, right?
You
So
guys had a front row seat.
so we couldn't get away from it. And
We were the show.
dude immediately pulled us onto the track. Like I had the Pan America on it. You had your Sportster on it. We were having a blast. And then they were like, hey, you guys want to go ride with us in the morning? The hooligan racing team was going to go for a ride. And I'm like, hey, Ben, we're supposed to go do single track tomorrow. This is like a month in the works, but and he's like, it won't be no big deal. We'll just go hit this. They want to go do a very hard adventure ride. Because that was literally
Extreme difficult.
That's
I think
what-
was the exact
what it was called. It's extremely
definition
difficult.
of the
I
trail.
think in the description it specifically said not for twin cylinder adventure
Yes,
bikes.
It did.
Yes.
then
So every one of us on a twin cylinder bike decided to go try
every
it.
one of us, 3 Pan Americas and a bunch of Sportsters. Let's go out there and do this. And so we got pulled in. But honestly, though, the hooligan racing guys, ton of fun, super nice guys. I'm glad I got to meet them.
Yeah.
You had met them already. Like you had a relationship with these guys. You knew them and everything.
Yeah.
My first time meeting them, I was super impressed with Mark and his crew. Super nice guys,
Yeah.
really good riders.
Yeah.
If anybody's got a spare T-shirt, Tyler could use it.
Yeah, no doubt. Dude, Tyler needs to buy some clothes. I mean,
He has no
it's like
shirts.
Harley gave him a bike. How about some clothes? How about some shirts, Harley? Can we get Tyler some shirts? I'll tell you what, Tyler, if Nerds ends up sponsoring me, I'll send you a box of Nerd shirts. How's that? But they were great guys. So we decided what we do is, and we invited Larry, and what was the other guy's name from Wisconsin? Is it
Nelson.
Caleb?
Caleb Nelson.
And
yeah.
he was a
Very
good
good
rider.
rider.
He was a
on Pan
good
America.
rider, man.
Yes, he was.
I was really impressed with Caleb.
Yep.
We decided we're all going to go do this very hard, this extremely difficult adventure route in the morning. And Ben, he assures me, like before we take off, he's like, dude, we'll be done in 2 hours. We'll hook up with Justin. We'll get on 2 strokes. We'll hit them.
We was done in 2 hours.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I didn't lie.
You're not wrong. So we take off, and the first sign I know something is wrong is we don't even go to the route we're going to ride, right? We just take off going somewhere else, and we end up in this place called Bulldog Canyon, which, in honesty, I had a blast, right?
It's a lot of fun,
we
yeah.
were ripping through that
Yeah.
canyon, and I got some video that I'll throw up here so you guys can see like what it really looks like for these huge bikes ripping through. The dust was. It was adrenaline filled, like the
Sure.
ride. It was great,
Absolutely.
But we get to this one spot, and Mark's got a guy that films for him. I just have to watch myself sometimes. I think things, I shouldn't say. But Mark has a dude that films for him, and he's a good cinematographer. But Mark says we're going to stop and let him go up and set up cameras, and we're gonna jump. We're gonna do some jumps on these bikes. And so, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put my drone up. I'll go down to the bottom of the hill and put my drone up. And in the meantime, these hooligan guys are doing hooligan things, right? They're just going up and down the hill. We're jumping, being goofy, right? Because that's what you do. And we're trying to set cameras, and all of a sudden, I hear what sounds to me like a fox in the middle of the night. You ever heard those foxes? They sound like a woman screaming like in a shed somewhere. Ding, ding, ding. And I hear this, and at first I'm like, getting my drone, trying to get my cameras going quick. Everybody's wanting to move, and I hear this sound, and I'm first like, what is that? And then so I ignore it and get back to my camera, and then I hear the fox again. I hear this, this. Sure enough, then Mark comes rolling down the hill, and he's like, dude, Ben's messed up. And I was like, huh? Because you've never been hurt before. We ride all the time, dude. We do stupid crap all the time.
We joke that I'm made of rubber.
Yeah. And he's like, Ben's messed up. You need to come up there. So I have a medical background. So I'm like, I'm going to go up and check it. I just throw my stuff in and climb up the hill. Dude, when I got up there,
yeah,
Ben's messed up.
Ben was messed up.
Dude, Ben's arm, his hand was hanging down here.
He had an extra elbow.
There's no joint. There's no joint
an extra
there.
Pivot point.
And so, all joking aside, like for a moment there, that was a serious moment. We joke about it now because it's who we are. We make light of everything. But for a moment, that was pretty serious. Because your hand was just hanging there.
There was a point that I was debating on hitting the little SOS button on the Garmin thing.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, man, that's going to be really expensive.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't hit the button.
Me too.
Because we ended up working it out. But
it actually worked out twice because Jamie, worth the Simpson helmets, he's the one that came and picked me up in Justin Lowe's truck. But on the way out, we run across another kid that was in the ditch that had broke his collarbone. So we just picked him up and took him to the hospital with us.
Yeah, that's true. And I saw the guy that broke his collarbone. You were in the hospital, so you didn't get. I went back to camp and I saw him. He was swimming in the water hole.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was in the water hole.
Now, Mark just dropped his GetOn ADV video, and I watched it this morning. I think the kid that we picked up from the broken collarbone is the kid on the 890 that was out there trying to do the hooligan race course with us.
I don't remember. It could have been.
I think it was.
I think he was I talked to him a little bit. I talked to the guy that was leading the group, and I think he was a newer rider. This guy was that broke his collarbone.
Yeah, he was riding an 890 though.
He was riding an 890,
really?
and
he was riding 890 because
rental.
He was a rental. Yeah, it was from the Colorado.
And that 890 that came and did the challenge course behind our trailer the first night was also on one of those rental 890s.
It very well could have been him. It could have been him.
He looked. I think it was the same kid.
Yeah, it very well could have been, but I mean, it ended up being a double blessing, if you will, for that. We got you out and him as well, but
it was. I hate to say it, but it was in a pretty good spot.
It was. Yeah, we had phone signal.
It was a pretty good road. We had phone signal.
I noticed actually once you got to the bottom of that hill, just 100 yards from where I was sitting, the phone signal was gone for a while.
Yeah, there was, but the cool thing was like. The road was so good after it. Like it was just gravel. You guys didn't go with me. You went back. Mm-hmm. I went all the way out. And
you guys actually beat us to Sturgis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of surprised me.
Because when we were pulling in, we were on our way to the VA where I was being dropped off at, and I seen you and Caleb in town.
Yeah, I think I seen that too, and I was kind of surprised that we beat you back. I didn't figure we would.
There was a lot of road construction. We sat at the bottom of that road to get onto Van Knocker for
20 minutes. 20 minutes probably. But we couldn't have been in a better spot for the wreck because it was easy access to get you out.
Yes,
it was a smoother ride to get out because I'm going to tell you right now, dude, if we had to go the other way,
it would have been awful.
That would have been horrendous.
It wouldn't have been in a pickup.
No. So it worked out okay. But so for our audience, I'll show the video of the crash.
Yeah, because it was also in a perfect spot because it's recorded in 4K.
Yeah.
If bad things happen, we might as well get it on video.
Yeah, I'll show it to you guys so you can see. But what Ben's coming up over the hill and Tyler's coming the other direction.
Yeah, and that video doesn't do it justice because from that where he's sitting with that camera, you can see everything. But in reality, that hill was so steep
Yes.
Tyler and I didn't know each other were there until we crossed that hill. We had like 3 seconds.
Maybe not even that.
Maybe
Dude,
not
it
even
was-
that. It was so quick that it was just like, I thought he was at the bottom of the hill. He didn't know I was coming up the hill. It is what it is.
I blame Tyler.
No.
I blame Tyler.
No.
Tyler, I blame you.
No.
No, I'm
There's-
joking, man.
But we crested that hill, and we were both just like, oh. And then
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have any time to react. Fortunately, he had hit his brakes and started to turn, which broadsided him. So when I hit, his bike protected him from my bike. And then I went up and over.
Yeah.
And honestly, the only reason I got hurt is the handguards. My bark busters. My hand
Yeah.
went
You
in.
think that's what it was?
I think
Yeah,
that's what,
it
I've
was
watched
too.
that video 100
I think
times.
that's what it was too. I noticed immediately after Tyler, the only thing that happened with him was he lost his shirt
He did. He lost his shirt.
immediately. Like he's in a shirt, and he hits the ground, and there's no shirt. and and I'm just like, Tyler,
Where's your shirt?
what are you, like Houdini? Where'd your shirt go, man? But yeah, so what went through your head, Ben, when you're laying there on the ground? What was the first thing that went through your head?
But the very first thing that went through the
Yeah.
head, how the hell am I getting out of here?
Yeah.
That was the first. Well, honestly, the first thing was I thought I just killed Tyler because we were hauling the mail. I don't know how fast we were going. I'm going to say between 40 and 50 mile an hour when we hit, and I thought I killed him.
Yeah.
We instantly were talking, and it was okay. And my adrenaline was going. I didn't know my wrist was messed up. And then I looked down, and I see
And
it.
then that was in the Fox.
That was the Fox noise. Was me going, and I'm not going to say it because Tarver's going to have to do a bunch of bleeping. But there were some choice words said. And then my immediate thought was, how am I getting out of here?
Yeah.
Because I clearly am not going to ride out of here. I'm definitely not about to ride on the back of a bike with my wrist, So
Yeah.
how are we going to get out of here? And fortunately, we got that sorted out. And then my next thought was, how can I get this fixed in the cheapest way possible? And that was when Justin Lowe was like, there's a VA right down the road. We're going there.
Yeah, in the VA.
Shout out to the VA, my biggest race sponsor.
They've pumped more money into your race career than anybody. I guarantee it,
Sure
dude.
have.
Yeah, and so Larry, you were there.
I was.
I want you to tell me a little bit about like what were you thinking when he when he went down, dude?
I mean, I just hate seeing that stuff. You know, I've been there is the bad part, and I know what it feels like, and it just breaks my heart when I see somebody get hurt like that because you broke your arm pretty bad.
It was
Pretty bad.
pretty broken.
But it's kind of cool though how everybody jumps in and starts helping, and then and then you start seeing a plan kind of come together. And I can't remember now who was making the splint for you, and
It was Robert.
and I couldn't remember if it was Robert or it was Mark but that all kind of started coming together and got him mended up and got him supported, and it was kind of cool.
That reminds me, I meant to bring you your bungee straps, and I left them at home, so
I was really worried about those.
I owe you some bungee straps.
Those green chili straps came in clutch.
Oh, they were pretty darn good.
Shout out to green
they
chili.
were pretty darn good.
You know
for
what?
sure.
I've had my differences with green chili ADV.
Some of the gear's not my favorite,
I've
but
get-
I like those.
But I'm going to tell you what. I'm probably going to carry some green chili with me from now on.
They worked good for strapping a splint down.
Yeah.
I think I sent you a picture of me with that splint. You need to put that in there because
Yeah.
when I got to the VA and I walked in, the person that checks me in, the nurse or whatever, seen it and then went and got the trauma doctor, and both of them looked at that and was like, "That's a really good splint."
Did they?
This is probably not something we can handle at the VA, so we're gonna have to put you out. He goes, "I don't know that we can do a splint better than that. We're probably just gonna leave you in it."
And bro,
Really?
Yeah.
he rode to Rapid City in that splint, didn't you?
No, they ended up taking it off because they realized that my wrist was dislocated.
Oh, so they
So they
set
had to
it.
straighten it, and then
Yeah.
they did their own. But he was looking at that and like, man, we might just use that, put it back to send you. They didn't, but they were very impressed. And then on the way to Rapid City, they sent me in an ambulance just because they had one there and it was easy. The EMTs in the ambulance wanted to see it, so Heather had showed them pictures on her phone, and they were both very impressed with it. They were like, I don't know who it is that you're riding with, but they're very good at what they're doing.
And I was like, well, you got a good crew with
Well,
you.
that's Moto Travel Guy. Not only is he a good, famous YouTuber, but he's also a great splint maker.
We were scrounging for whatever thing we
yeah,
could find.
anything we could find.
Somebody had a saw, and that was really
was-
handy to have that.
was my saw.
That
Yeah.
was handy. I'm going to put one of them on my tool pack.
Silky.
The silky.
saw. It's
Yeah.
a great saw.
We got a lot of use out of that with the hog rock
We
building the
did
routes
route
too.
clearing.
Yep.
So what's the etiquette, Larry? Tell me. So I'm thinking about when this accident happened. I'm making videos, right? I wanna capture the moment. You know what I mean? And I did make a couple, but like, is there an etiquette to how you handle that as a content creator?
My vote is you keep recording.
Yeah, just keep recording. Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah. I mean, there was 8 or 10 of us there, so
Yeah. It wasn't like he was neglected.
absolutely.
Yeah, if
Right.
it was just me and you, I'd be mad if you kept recording.
And be like, hey, man, hold on a second. Make that painful face. Kick it.
What does the fox say again?
There was, the etiquette, for something like that is obviously, well, first would be safety.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
And we did that. We made sure he was good.
but we also made some cool videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got the one that Deegan did with my Snapchat where he put the
You
bald
made
filter
you-
on
let me
me.
throw it up and see that. I'll show it up too so you can
I
see
have
that
not
one.
seen that.
I handed Deegan my camera and I'm like, hey, will you get some video of my bike? Because I can't see it from here. I want to know how the bike is because that's what we're all worried about. Speaking of which, turns out Honda forks are stronger than Sportster frames because my forks are straight but my
Yeah.
frame is not. For what that's worth. But he's taking videos and he comes back to give me my phone and me and Mark are talking or whoever and Deegan's recording me, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. Well, then he shows me the video, and he's got the Snapchat bald filter on it. So I'm like, I'm laying here just like waiting, and he's recording me with a bald filter. He's got a heavy mustache and no hair.
It was it was like Mario,
It's
like a bald Mario.
Mario,
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
It's me.
Well,
So-
it's kind of the typical bad thing that ends up working okay,
Yeah.
and got him going, and now he's just got to heal. 'Cause
Yep.
we got to go riding again.
We need to ride again. That's true. I still,
Gotta fix my bike.
I've been to, yeah. Unfortunately, you have other bikes.
I
You
do.
can- you can ride.
We've got like 8 others to pick from.
We got a whole garage. We got a used motorcycle dealership between us. Yeah, between the two of us, we could probably fill up your showroom back here, Larry. But truthfully, like I was super grateful that we had help. Like I was glad you were there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was glad that Mark and those guys were there. Like, because if it would have been just me and you like it normally is,
Yeah.
the stress level
Absolutely.
Would've
would
been
have
a lot
went.
higher. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Because I felt like once you were stable, like we had you
Mhm.
splinted and you knew you weren't going to pass out,
Everybody just knew what to do.
we just had fun. Like
Yeah.
even though we were out
Yeah.
there and you were hurting, we were
Yeah.
laughing, making videos.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like a life or death situation. But I'm going to tell you, with 2 people,
It
That-
could have been a little more spicy.
it could have been a little more spicy.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
it was. I was glad to have you guys there. I was disappointed. I did not get to ride single track in South Dakota yet again. So
I
my,
did. I hate to say it, but I did.
I know you did, and you should tell us about that. So that was the next thing I wanted to mention is
Oh yeah.
that was the end of my ride. Right
Yeah.
when Ben got hurt, I knew I was responsible now to get all of us back home. So I couldn't get back on the Pan American. Now, selfishly, I wanted to do the Hooligan Enduro course. Like that was the thing I wanted to do. I wanted to race that. And so like when that night you were sitting over there with us,
Mhm.
and I just had to get up and walk away
Yeah.
because I purposely loaded my bikes in the front of the
Yeah,
trailer
He did.
and closed them up so I wasn't tempted.
I
Because
think you
know,
were also being scolded by Kelly. Like, you need to be an adult now.
yes, that's exactly. My wife, she said, Ben, is your responsibility now. Don't go break your leg jumping over culverts.
You told me that, and I was agreeing with her.
Yeah. Well, you are, for what it's worth, you are the voice of reason. Like Larry is a good barometer of common sense.
Kind of like the night before when you said you wanted to hit that culvert harder and faster. I'm like, I would not suggest that
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm on the other side going, do it, do it.
Yeah, that's the dynamics here with my riding friends. So I've got one guy that says faster, go, and then one guy's like, but wait. In fairness, though, I actually did have a lot of fun jumping that Pan America over that culvert. Then, and I wanted to do
You
it.
got
again.
better at it.
It
I
got
will
better,
say that,
over time.
As soon as I get healed up, I'm taking my little Chinese Mini X and I'm building one of those at my house.
Yes, I fully support that. We should definitely do that. I mean, I say
a
we.
culvert and some dirt. That's all you need.
That's all I need. I got a lot of dirt.
You do. But Larry got to ride more. So my riding was pretty much over at that point. I had packed everything up. I knew we had close to 1,100 miles of travel.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I was playing it safe at my wife's request and also Larry's guidance. But Larry got to keep riding. So tell us a little bit about that, the next couple days when you got to go out and still experience the riding. What did you do?
Yeah. So that afternoon, Caleb and I, we got back to camp, made sure everybody was good. You were good. You was at Rapid City. We went and got a little bite to eat in Lead, South Dakota. And then, I was bummed out, just from what happened. So I wasn't feeling like riding, but after dinner, we ate lunch and kind of got to feeling better. And I forgot about Ben. And
how could you forget about Ben?
So anyway, we went riding just on it wasn't any of the specific GetOn routes, but it was just some routes that Caleb had rode previously. And man, they were good.
Yeah.
I mean, they were really good. They were narrow 2-track.
Yeah.
And Scott's
then favorite.
Oh man, they were good. And they had a real good rhythm to them. They were real flowy, as we call it. Had a lot of these rain humps that you could jump going into corners.
Those are my favorite.
It was really
I'm
exciting,
about those humps.
right?
Those humps.
There was plenty of them.
Oh yeah, bud.
But then we kind of ventured off on some single track. Was exactly what you said, like a goat trail that wormed up and over around the hills, and narrow. I mean, it was narrow stuff. Wasn't like super difficult, but it was. You had to be
Good
cautious.
flowy.
Had to know what you was doing, and man, it was good.
Yeah,
it was
man,
really good.
I'm so
And we
jealous
rode.
of that.
And one part that I thought was cool was we were going from one section of gravel road to another on some asphalt, and we passed a guy on a KTM. And I like to ride my Pan America in places it's not supposed to be.
Absolutely.
That's what I
Inappropriate
like to do.
motorcycles
We
in
are-
inappropriate places.
I know,
You're in
and I
good
like
company.
to get to the top of the hill, and for somebody to look at that big old motorcycle and say, "You just did that on that?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
did.
favorite conversation.
Absolutely. So anyway, we're cruising down to where these trails are at, and we pass a real late model KTM, and then another bike. And I don't remember what it was exactly. And then we go down this gravel road, and then we shoot up this single track that goes up this hill, and we're up on top of this hill, and down below us you could see the gravel road. And that dude on the KTM is riding on that gravel road, looking up at the hill, watching us go on these single tracks. And I know what he was saying.
What the heck?
Yeah, what are they doing up there?
These guys are lost.
And it was a pair of Pan Americas up there cruising around, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, man, there's something that happens inside of you, like when you're doing that stuff,
Mhm.
and you just look around and see people are like,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
exactly.
And
You're
it's
going
like,
to ride that thing there?
you just get so much more excited about doing
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
It's an adrenaline dump for sure.
It is, in fact. And we didn't ride a lot of that, but we rode a couple miles of that kind of trail. But a lot of the 2-track, the narrow, like what I call 50-inch 2-track, like for narrow UTVs and
Scott's
stuff.
favorite.
And it was good. And we had a great day. It rained a little bit, so
Yeah.
we put a little bit of moisture on the powder, and that got a little bit better.
That's nice.
And it was a great afternoon.
You can stop talking now.
Yeah, I know. I'm making you guys.
You're making me jealous.
Yeah.
That sounds so awesome.
It really was.
I am
experience that.
jealous,
You
yeah.
know what it makes me think? It just makes me think that you're going to have to take us next year.
Yeah.
Like
And
we're gonna-
we were Caleb didn't know exactly where he was going. He was just freewheeling.
Yeah.
There's
We'd
so
shoot
much
down
out
this
there.
trail and it would dead end. We'd turn around and come back.
That's
and
how you
it
find
was-
some of the best stuff.
Exactly. It was so much fun doing that stuff. We got on this one trail that dead ended on this huge hillside that was a great overlook. And the road was very rarely traveled. You could
Yeah.
tell by looking at it, and it was just kind of cool knowing you was up there and not very many people go up there.
You know what else is really cool about the fact that they're taking those big Pan Americas to those places? Caleb rode his there.
Yeah, that is cool.
Caleb rode that motorcycle from Wisconsin to
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yeah.
And we beat up them motorcycles for 3 days on the trails. And
And then
then
rode
he
home.
rode that motorcycle home.
That's brave. I will not go to a single adventure bike rally and ride my bike there. One, because my Sportster sucks on the pavement.
Yeah.
But two, I know how I treat these bikes when we get to
Oh
these
my God,
places.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that I would make it home.
Yeah.
Because I go to these rallies and I ride and I don't really have a lot of limits. Like I'll try it, you know,
Yeah.
and that's how things get broken.
Yeah.
So that takes some guts to ride like that.
Yeah, because it's not like he was just showing up to go ride the piddly stuff. I mean, he left to go ride that advanced single-cylinder
did.
route only. I mean, there was a very high possibility that
he didn't accidentally end up on the single track.
pay it forward.
Yep.
Fair. So, Larry, if someone's coming to get on, it's their first time, what was something that you would say to them like, hey, you got to do this while you're out there?
That's a good question. I mean, I guess part of it would be is the sites.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you haven't seen Mount Rushmore, you haven't seen those sites, them are worth a trip a day.
Yeah.
You know, man, I don't know. I guess I don't know what comes to mind on that exactly, but I think jumping in with somebody that's an experienced rider out there and knows where to go, you know, is a big old plus, because there's some awesome places to go see.
Mm-hmm.
There really is.
What about you, Ben?
Yeah, seeing the sights is one of them. I really enjoyed. Murphy was one of the guys with the veterans group. He'd never been out to that area, and so him getting to see Needles and Iron Mountain and Mount Rushmore.
He was jazzed.
He was head over heels. That was really cool to see. We've been out there so many times to see it, so that was cool. The other thing, the Fort Meade VA is really nice.
Would you recommend for someone to take a visit to the VA? Don't.
I mean,
actually.
just for the heck of it? Or?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd try to avoid the place.
that's Ben's humor right there. That's the Ben humor.
I got to see the sights of Sturgis, South Dakota, and Fort Meade, VA. So
yeah,
I can recommend both of them.
Yeah. So my first time being there, I would say if you're planning on going to get on, from my perspective, something you need to do is you need to ride the single track.
Yeah.
Because you just never know when you're going to get back there and if it's ever going to happen for you. So make it a point to ride the single track. Because I've
send videos of it to Robert.
I've been there twice. I've been to Sturgis twice with the intention of finding the Black Hills single track, and I'm 0 for 2. So if you go, that would be my recommendation. And then send me pictures, because I just want to see what it's like.
Honestly, the other thing I'd recommend, Railroad Butte.
Oh yeah,
Railroad Butte.
It's not necessarily connected.
It's not
with.
It's about an hour from GetOn. I've never seen GetOn promoted.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a local
Buffalo Grasslands.
Buffalo Grasslands, but the actual place is called Railroad Butte, and it is
east of Sturgis.
It's over by Rapid City.
Okay.
So it is. That's where we were at before we come to meet you. And if you've ever been to the Badlands National Park and walked through that area and thought, man, I'd really like to ride my dirt bike on this, it's exactly what this place is.
Yes.
We spent 2 days there riding it.
And I could have spent the rest of the week
I
there
really
and
could have
been-
too, honestly.
Besides the fact it was 110, but that was pretty awful. But outside of that, it's awesome.
Huh.
Yeah.
If you like hill climbs.
I second that. That if you want to climb hills with your dirt bike, I don't know if I'd recommend climbing all those hills on a Pan America.
No.
But
But there was a lot you could do out there on Pan. We had
there
Heather
was.
out there on her Tenere.
There
She was
was.
having a ball.
Heather had a
Really?
blast.
Mhm.
Huh.
Railroad Butte.
It was a lot of fun.
You guys had mentioned that. I've never heard of it.
It's free. I don't know if it's BLM land or if it's national forest or what it is. It's
Right.
it's government ground. It's
Yeah.
free riding.
Yeah, and camping.
You don't have to be. Don't quote me on this. I don't think you have to be plated to ride there, though.
Mhm.
You also
there were guys there on dirt bikes the night we showed up.
and I asked them if you have to have that Black Hills decal sticker, and he said no.
Really?
So I don't know the laws. I don't know for sure. That's what the locals tell me. But
Railroad booty.
Butte.
Booty.
Booty.
As far as on the asphalt side, if you want to ride a neat asphalt section, Spearfish Canyon.
That place is awesome.
Yeah, I've been there
Spearfish
too.
Canyon is really pretty.
We rode
to
through there
ride
last time.
asphalt, and there's some gravel stuff around there too, some trails. But as far as just a nice asphalt road, that's a one at the top of the list.
For sure. We just want to give these guys, people that are watching this, maybe who are thinking about going to get on, some idea of like things they need to check off. You know, the other thing that I had never done at a rally before is I went and I test rode demo bikes.
We rode everything.
We did, dude. We spent the whole day. Like we needed a recovery day. You know, like when we got to Sturgis because it was so hot and we had ridden so hard.
We've been riding for almost a week at that point. So we said we were going to take a recovery day, and somehow the recovery day turned into us test riding motorcycles for 8 hours straight.
Yes.
But that was fun.
It was.
I had a fun test ride, you know, and learn. We made some relationships with some.
I was pleasantly
some dealers.
surprised with that Moto Marini 450.
I was too.
I
man.
walked into that booth being like, this bike's going to suck. I liked it.
Dude, literally,
I have not rode one.
The only bike that I was warned is trash was the Moto Marini bikes.
And that was probably my favorite.
I walked away thinking, I may buy one of those for my wife. She wants to learn how to ride. I think it'd be the perfect bike, 450 for her.
They had a 450, and what else they got?
Oh, they had like 6 different bikes up there.
Yeah,
but
I see.
the 450 was the only one that we rode because it was the most ADV-esque, like small ADV.
It had knobs on it and stuff. Like it had the right tires. So we were like, we want to ride this
It was
bike.
fun.
It was a good little bike, especially for the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it just goes to show you, like, expectations going in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we rode some all of the demo bikes. We rode different bikes.
The only one we didn't ride was Suzuki.
That's right. We didn't touch the Suzukis because I think I've ridden enough Suzukis. I know what
We
it
also
is.
just ran out of time.
But man, I was impressed with those Moto Marinis for what they were.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the funny thing is, nobody sells them around us.
No, but that kid's working on. I don't want to say kid. He's an
Noah?
adult. Noah Bible, I believe his name is.
Yep.
He's from Anna, so just right down the road from us, and he's working on getting a dealership in Cape.
I think it was from
Cool.
Cobden,
Cobden, one of those.
somewhere down there. But yeah, that'd be cool to get a dealership. Here we are talking about.
I think they were just resurrected, though. I mean,
They're pretty
I think
new.
Moto Marini it was been around, but I think they disappeared, and I think they just come back into the
I think
world
you're right.
a year ago. Because when I was at GetOn ADV last year, they were there, and that was like maybe one of the first things they'd been to.
Yeah. So I was not at GetOn last year, but the year prior I was there, and that was their first year.
Okay.
So I guess this is their second or third year in years resurrected.
Gotcha.
They're new.
Basically, the bike is a CF Moto, right? It's an Ibex 450.
He kept comparing it to the Ibex 450
with a different fairing
and some upgrades.
and
But
I mean,
the platform, the motor's the same.
Yeah. I don't know. I was impressed with it, and that made my takeaway too. If you're going to the rally for the first time, demo the bikes, man. It's part of the rally. It's super fun to just get on and go demo bikes.
Yeah.
Spend somebody else's gas. That stuff's
No
expensive.
doubt, dude. Especially right now, gas is not cheap. So, Ben, tell us about your recovery timeline. I mean, you and I talk all the time, but we have not talked about this. So for the podcast or people watching this, you can get the tea first. What's the timeline for getting you back on a bike, bro?
I'm riding one tomorrow.
The KLX, the 110 doesn't count.
You can't keep me down. I don't honestly know. Everything they've been telling me is like, just come back in 2 weeks and we're going to take all this stuff off. So
2 weeks, you're not riding in 2 weeks.
And you got plates and screws.
yes, so yeah, I got plates and screws. I don't know how many screws. I think one plate. That was pretty much it. That surgeon had told me just start making your fingers touch as fast as you can. Start making fists and be able to twist. And I've been doing all of that.
Right. Heather,
So,
comment on this video. What's the timeline for Ben to get back to riding? Because I need a riding partner.
I think I don't know what the doctor's gonna say, but I'm probably gonna take the next couple of months off.
2 months.
2-3 months. Just to I don't want to my wrist is pretty important for riding.
Absolutely.
So-
It always seems like 12 weeks is the magic number.
Yeah. So I
On
may
a
take
broken bone.
what is that?
3 months.
3 months.
I've also heard, and I don't want to scare you, but I've heard that once you get metal, you get hardware in your hands.
You're faster.
No, unfortunately, I've heard that the vibrations of the bike can bother it, and
I've had one guy tell me
and
that.
it can make it to where it's more unenjoyable, like to ride.
You got a long ways to go to make it unenjoyable for me to not want to do it.
There's no doubt. Yeah, I mean, I know you're hardcore, right? But
We'll
okay.
see.
3 months, 2 months.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm staying off for 3 months. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but
There's
or the
Red
next
River,
day.
Red River Scramble.
Yeah,
October?
I'm missing out on
First.
the Hooligan 100 and Red River Scramble.
Well, you're
this
still
year.
going to go to the Hooligan, right? You guys
Oh,
still
yeah,
run the pits for me.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll pit for you or whoever needs help.
Hmm.
I just like to see all my friends.
You going to come to the Hooligan?
Come race
I
the
don't
Hooligan.
know.
Bring that Pan America.
I've kind of vowed that I wasn't going to do any racing anymore,
Well, it's a race
I
against
have a-
yourself, really.
but I have a hard time with that. I struggle racing just with myself. If there's somebody in front of me, I want to catch them.
Well,
If
lucky
there's
for
somebody in
you.
front of them, I want to catch them.
Lucky for you, this is a big circle, so there's always somebody in front of you.
So
I can never be fast enough.
That's a bad combination for me at my age. I just don't. I'm trying not to do it.
Yeah.
Although I have considered it and just riding. I don't know if I could do that or not.
Well, if you don't want to race it, just come out and hang out with me in the pits. It's a good time.
Huh.
There's a lot of inappropriate motorcycles in inappropriate places.
Yeah. I didn't go last year, but I'm looking forward to it this year. I'm going into it with realistic expectations, considering that I'm a mediocre rider.
And there was like 5 Pan Americas last year, not a single one completed.
Yeah, so I'm going into
None?
it.
I thought that Baylor boy finished.
Nope.
No?
And I think all of the Pan Americas did Pan America things.
They broke. The bikes broke, I think.
I think there was a couple that just quit. I mean, 100 miles of that is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And I think there were some people that didn't know what to expect. But
Yeah,
there wasn't a single Pan America that finished.
You wrestled
last year.
that thing around that 500-pound motorcycle for 100 miles. It's
a
some
lot.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some work.
So I got realistic expectations going into it. Like I realized it's going to be a challenge, and I'm not going there to beat anybody.
Just finish.
I just would like to finish.
If you're
I'd like
not
to.
going there to beat anybody, why would you go?
Well, to prove, I guess
He'll beat me in the race.
You know, Larry, that's a great question. Why am I going? Well, I have a friend named Ben Emery, and Ben is just about doing the hardest things you can do, and I want to prove to myself I can do it.
Absolutely.
Trying to keep
I
Robert
understand.
young.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Or make him old fast. I don't know which one it is, but we're doing it.
You're either gonna live or I'm gonna break you. That's our friendship. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and then Red River this year obviously is ahead of us, and I don't know if you'll be back by then. That's
I
early
think I'll still
October.
go to the event and just camp mom it and hang out with people. Half of that rally I enjoy going just because I get to see
People we don't get to see all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, some of our best friends across the country come to that every year. Well, Larry, when are we gonna run into you again, man?
I don't know.
Hooligan
I don't
100.
have
The Hooligan.
what weekend is that?
September 10th, right?
I think so.
That's the weekend.
That's
of
the same
10th.
weekend as Waylon Wayne's in it.
It is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I haven't decided if I'm going to Waylon Wayne's or not. Probably a last minute decision. I'm going to ride the Montana BDR end of September.
That'd be fun.
That is one thing I'm doing.
End of September. That's Red River time.
Yep.
Yep, end of September. Into the 1st of October, probably like the
That's
last
exactly
week.
Red River time.
Yep.
But I don't have much planned other than that. I want to finish up our Ozark BDR X that we didn't get to finish.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Don't have anything planned.
But we'll have to stay in touch.
Absolutely.
We'll have to stay in touch
Yeah,
and put together a ride together.
Or at the
Yeah.
very least, we're not that far apart. We can bring
No.
you out to Southern Illinois and show you
No.
what's up.
Yeah, no, it's very, very close.
That's a good point. I mean, maybe I would hope that we can ride together again before Hog Rock next year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it'd be great to have you come down
Yeah.
to the Hog
Is
Rock
there-
Adventure Rally.
Is there riding here?
Honestly, Sedalia, Missouri area, there's not a lot, but we're you go just barely south of here,
Mark Twain.
and there's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe
there's
we
a
come
lot.
over your way,
Southern
too.
Missouri is real good, and there's a lot of.
There's a couple of rallies that go on in that area, small ones, isn't there?
There is
Cabin
Adventure
Fever
Palooza.
and Adventure Palooza.
Yeah, Cabin Fever. I've never been to that one yet. I'm going to try to do that one next year, and they say that's a real good
I've
one.
always heard good stuff. I've
Yeah.
never been.
Yep. And I hear it's challenging. It's a good one to go to for
Yeah.
a challenge. Adventure Palooza is a real good rally that happens end of September every year.
I've heard of that.
Yes, and
That's
it's a kind of a neat deal in that they give you the route. When you sign up, they email you the route. You ride like 3 days
To get there.
to get there.
And then it's
So,
over. You just
right.
hang out.
Right. And
That
you
sounds
all
neat.
come
That's
to the
so
one
cool.
destination, the end. They feed you. They got a band. You can camp there, and they put on a really good ride. And they have 4 different start locations around the state of Missouri, so you can pick what level of riding you want to do. We typically do the south route, which is a little more difficult.
Let's do the Mark Twain.
Mark Twain, yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's some
like
good
that
riding
one
in
on
March, man.
Facebook every year.
I do
just
too.
haven't made it.
We have to try it one year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to stay in touch, man.
Absolutely,
I'm
yes.
looking forward to getting a chance to do some more riding with you.
Yep.
It was nice to actually, Ben and I talk about this when we go places, we're the Harley boys.
Mhm.
You know, we go to 24-hour races, we go to
Yeah.
rallies, and it's always, oh, those are the Harley guys.
Yeah.
It was so cool to see actual other Harley Pan America riders and
Yes.
Sportster riders.
It was a
Yes.
lot.
There was. And that was so neat to me because I never get that. Wherever I go, I'm always riding with like T7s or CF Motos, you know, these little bikes. And it was so great to have some big bike fun.
So the truth is, you need to go to March Moto Madness sometime.
Yeah, that's
as
like
far
the
as a
Pan
Pan
America
America.
Central.
You go there, and there'll be 50, 60 Pan Americas there.
Yeah.
There's just a lot.
I've heard of that, but I've also heard that it's like super corporate now. March Moto Madness is, and it's not like a rider's rally. It's like a big corporate rally. Is that true?
I wouldn't agree with that, quite honestly. I've gone the last few years, and it's good people. I mean, the truth is, I can drive 150 miles south to Arkansas
Mhm.
and get the same kind of riding
Yeah.
as driving 800 miles to March Moto Madness.
It's just
Yeah.
the people.
It's the people. I go there for the people because it's really good people. The riding is good. Not a lot of single track.
Sure.
Not a lot of single track. There's some. But I don't feel like it's any more corporate than what
GetOn.
GetOn was.
I've heard that about GetOn too.
Yeah.
That's a big.
So it
it's a big
sounds like
corporate.
next year, March Moto Madness, real Sturgis, and Adventure Palooza.
I think mixing it up. I think mixing it up is a really good thing.
I haven't done a street rally in a long
Yeah,
time.
but you know we also have
Hog Rock.
Hog Rock, and Mike and Cameron want us to go overseas and ride next year.
It's
We've talked
true,
about
yeah.
that. So
I've
they've talked
always-
about Patagonia. Is it Patagonia now? They're talking about it's changed,
It's
but
changed a couple.
they're in
times.
Mongolia now, right?
Oh my!
And so they want us to go with them next year on the next overseas motorcycle adventure.
Maybe we just make March Moto Madness at least. Go hang out with all the other Harley people.
Yeah, man. If Larry's going to be there, I think I'm in.
Yep.
If Larry's going, I think
There's
I'm
a
in.
solid chance I will be.
Right on.
Solid chance.
We talked about a little bit at the beginning of the conversation about Yeager Cycle, but is there anything you want to share about the dealership here? Anything coming up or that's going on that maybe people watching might be interested in?
Well, we're going to have our 70th birthday party August 29th,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. And kind of a accident. It just happened. It was my grandma Yeager's birthday, which Grandma and Grandpa Yeagers, who started the dealership originally, and so it kind of worked out that she's deceased now, but that was her birthday, so that was kind of cool that it just kind of happened to fall on that.
Are you guys doing something special here?
We're gonna have cake, cupcakes and stuff, and have just a gathering. And being in motorcycle business for 70 years, we have a lot of. I mean, I have sold motorcycles to 3 generations of family myself.
That's so neat. dude.
It is really cool.
That
It really is.
neat.
And we always have a lot of old customers that come around on those days and hang out, and it's cool to see. And we have a bike night every once in a while during the summertime, and that's what's always good about those times too, is it brings out people to get together. I never forget here one of our bike nights I walked by a group of guys here in town. They all went to high school together. They all ride motorcycles together. They're all 55 years old or so, and they're all just standing in a huddle talking.
Yeah.
And I go by them and said, that is what the bike night's about.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
to bring us all together.
It's about the people.
It is, man.
Yeah.
And that's fun. But yeah, I always say I'm blessed to be able to hang around a motorcycle shop every day. And that's what I do.
I agree.
Somebody said you were going to be in a dunk tank.
No,
Oh.
I don't think so.
No, don't. tank.
Nobody's told me that yet.
Yes, I mean, we could probably make that happen. I'm not opposed to loading a dunk tank on my trailer and coming here for your party if you'll get in it. As long as I get to put it on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So just to wrap up, one more thing I want to mention. If you're watching this and you're enjoying the podcast format, I know it's not typical what I do on my channel. Most of the time it's writing videos, educational videos. But if you're enjoying the podcast, Ben and I have been talking about doing a little bit more. more podcasts for you guys. So if you're liking that, make sure and leave us a comment and let me know some of the topics you'd like us to talk about. Nothing is off the table, but don't make it weird.
I like it weird.
Okay, it can be a little weird, but not inappropriate. So drop a comment, reach out to us, send me an email, whatever. Let us know what you want us to talk about. We're going to be doing some more podcasts, especially since Ben can't ride for the next couple months. So we're going to be talking more and, wasting your guys' time with motorcycle and adventure talk. So anything you guys want to add before we wrap up?
Can you hang on with just your fingers?
I've been working. She wanted me to make my fingers touch my thumbs, but I've been actually working.
Nice. All right. Well, Larry, I've enjoyed the conversation, and I really enjoyed riding with you. And
absolutely, same here. That's what it's about.
We'll have to do it again soon.
Yep.